Susanna!
I'll be with you in a moment.
The Gale Storm Show is presented by new Nescafe.
So let's have another cup of coffee. Yes, let's have a cup of Nescafe.
Now there's a hunk of man. About 30 years old, about 6 feet tall, about my type. And before this Caribbean cruise cruises much further, I think I'll let him know he is. My type, I mean. There's another hunk of man, Captain Huxley. Not my type. The trouble with him is he's forgotten how to be romantic under a tropical moon like the one tonight.
A tropical night with a moon like that up there. And you're without a girl.
Oh, well, I was just brushing up on my Spanish. After all, I am a guide for a group of tourists.
The only thing you should worry about on a night like this, my boy, is the girl in your arms.
Any suggestions?
Well, the most attractive girl aboard this ship is our social director, Miss Susanna Pomeroy. But if you say I said so, I'll deny it.
Well, I thought there was a rule against crew members fraternizing with passengers.
Well, there is. But on a night like this, my boy, rules were made to be broken. I remember my first cruise. There was a girl.
You sound like you had a romantic-minded captain, too.
Romantic-minded? I swabbed the decks for the next 5 days. And he kicked me off of the ship after we reached port. But it was worth it. It's always worth it, my boy.
Hello, Mr. Burnett.
Tom,
Tom, what was our perennial woman hater bending your ear about?
women?
Oh, I suppose he told you we couldn't stroll along the deck in the moonlight. Together, that is.
Oh, on the contrary.
On the contrary. You mean he said we could?
He did?
Well, what are we waiting for?
Thanks, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood. I've got a problem.
Oh, well, we can talk about it while we dance.
Go inside and miss this moon?
We don't have to. I brought my own music. Mood music. Now you have an excuse in the world. Mind if I join the quartet?
Say, you don't happen to have any of those records that teach you how to speak a foreign language while you're sleeping, do you?
Well, don't you know enough already? One of the women in your tourist group told me you speak 12 languages.
Oh, I do. All English.
All English? Well, then how can you be a guide and interpreter in those Caribbean islands we're going to visit?
Well, that's my problem. The one you wouldn't let me tell you about.
You mean you really can't Espanola Spanish?
I can't Espanola anything but good old United States. But I needed a job, so I answered an ad and bluffed my way through at a travel agency.
Well, what happens tomorrow when we reach our first port? You're supposed to know everything about every landmark and custom.
What happens? I lose my job.
Before I get to know you better, never.
Tried to memorize everything the book says, but
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. The 2 minutes after I start my first tour and I'm showing up as a phony, I've never been there in my life.
But I have. You can guide the tour under my guidance.
Miss Pomeroy.
Susanna.
Susanna, I don't know how to thank you.
Don't worry. It'll come to you. I better not press my luck.
Well, I see what you mean. Well, it'd be great having an expert like you with us tomorrow. Well, good night.
Good night.
An expert on what, Miss Pomeroy?
Our port of call tomorrow.
You're hardly an expert on that. Did you tell Mr. Burnett that you...
I said I'd been there. That's all I said.
You were there exactly 3 days last year. And every one of those days, you were confined to your cabin with German measles. You never even got ashore, as I recall.
A mere detail. By tomorrow morning, I'll be an expert.
Miss Pomeroy, you will do anything to spend the day with a young man who interests you, won't you?
Name me a girl who won't. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Now, are we all here?
I am.
So am I.
Mr.
I'm Miss Carter. Well, temporarily, that is. Have we met before?
Hutchins?
If you're interested in getting married,
Mr.
I'm
Cooley?
not. Oh, it's not that funny.
No, but it's exactly what my first 3 husbands said.
3?
Well, I average about, 1 husband every 5 cruises.
Mrs. Belton?
How'd you do it? I'd settle for just being engaged, let alone married.
Well, I guess we're all here, except our special guide. Don't you all feel lucky that Miss Pomeroy is willing to spend her entire day with us?
Oh, please, please, no applause. I'm really going along just to see how someone as experienced as Mr. Burnett conducts a tour.
Where are we going first?
Well, I thought that we might, then again, I thought perhaps we...
Oh, well, Tom... That's Mr. Burnett. Has planned an excellent itinerary. First, we're going to the Museum of National Art. Isn't that right?
So we are.
Isn't that the place where they got the famous Dominguez painting of the 3 sisters?
The 3 sisters? Well, anybody knows that... Oh, excuse me.
Yes, but do you know the names of the 3 sisters? No, but you will by the time Miss Pomeroy comes up with her book. Here she is now.
Yes, indeedy. The names were Max, Fred, and Joe.
Max, Fred, and Joe?
Oh, that's the 3 brothers. Carlos Dominguez painted the 3 sisters in 1911. He also painted the 3 brothers, the 3 uncles, and the 5 cousins.
They have big families down here.
Well, we better get started. It's 10 o'clock already. Now, remember, when we get ashore, to follow me and stay close together.
The man said, stay close together.
Oh, 4 o'clock. I'm so tired I could collapse right here.
Well, it'd be better if you'd collapse right here if you can walk that far.
If Captain Huxley hears about this, he'll wire the travel agency and I can kiss my job goodbye.
Don't waste your goodbye kisses on jobs. Well, you wanted to see the island, didn't you? And you must admit you've seen it.
Well, I never was so terrified as when we were lost in that jungle.
You weren't scared, were you, Mr. Ellis? I'm sure your voice will come back in a week or so. Think of the story you'll have to tell your friends. How many of them have had their necks squeezed by a 10-foot python?
Well, personally, I'm disappointed the entire day, and I'm ready to go back to the ship right now. How about
You want to go
Chopin?
back without eating one of those famous native dinners at the famous Casa Manana? Oh, what do you say, folks? I'm starved and thirsty.
I still say...
Let's have a show of hands. Oh, wonderful. It's unanimous. Check the address, will you, Nuji? Casa Manana.
Casa Manana. Let's see. Casa Manana.
Hurry up before Miss Carter decides to make a recount.
Oh, here it is. 42. Avenida de Muerte.
Avenida de Muerte. See, I think we passed that a couple of blocks back.
Oh, good. We won't have to look for taxis or buses. Come on, folks. It's just a short walk. It looks like a dive. See the wonderful native atmosphere, even outside.
Well, I'll ask the doorman if this is the right place. Excuse me, is this the Casa Manana that rates 4 bananas?
Vamos.
Does vamos mean the same thing here that it does back home?
Sure sounds like it.
Oh, I know how to get by a doorman. Here you are, for you and your family. Or if you don't have a family, to sharpen your nail file.
Vamos.
Oh, I can take a hint. There. And don't say vamoose again. All right, folks, we can go in now. Now, what's wrong?
No room inside. Small place, big crowd. Make reservations for tomorrow.
Look, mister, we came all the way here through
jungles?
and pythons. And you're not going to keep us out of here, even if we have to call the police to help us.
Police?
Oh, that's the magic word. Anywhere in any language.
You wait here.
And we want good seats.
Francisco, why did you leave your post? You want to be shot at sunrise? People outside, they want to come in. What kind of people? Well, they say they are tourists. They look like tourists, or they cannot be tourists. Spies. In the pay of El Presidente. Our revolution may be over before it starts. Their leader, an Americano Matahari, she threatened to call the police. Oh, this is bad. Unless, of course, they are tourists.
We got tired of waiting outside. Well, there's lots of room in here.
Now, take any table you want. And remember, you're all allowed one free drink apiece.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'll just watch from a distance.
Well, how about some food? You all must be family.
I'll talk to the maitre d'. It's a very charming place you have here. How's the food?
Vamos.
Sounds like they have a one-word language down here.
Oh, look, Tom. Here's where we are.
Please, my friend was looking at that.
This should make an interesting side trip, where the other line is drawn to the capital of the country on the other side of the island.
Well, he acts like you can't get another one at a gas station.
Get rid of the tourists. Pronto. They're all tired out from the jungle. They must leave.
Well, while he's finding out that they won't, I think I'll tidy up a bit.
I'll put on some lipstick, not that it'll help.
Do not let anyone leave.
Somebody's either a gun collector or planning a revolution. Now I think I know which.
Well, we're right back where we started.
Senor, let us analyze.
Well, okay, let's analyze. But while we're doing that, my passengers and my social director might be in serious trouble.
In a city where I am chief of police, not possible. I analyze. Your tourists do not return to the ship on time. You come to me.
I come to you.
Do I cooperate? I cooperate. Men scour the city. We learned that your group was seen here. They were heard to say they were going to the Casa Mañana. So what did we do?
We went to the Casa Mañana.
Were they there? Had they been there?
No.
Answer both questions, please.
No and no. English translation, please.
We have another Casa Mañana of which we are ashamed. A low and dangerous place. They may have gone there by mistake.
Well, you can leave it to Miss Pomeroy to make that kind of a mistake. But if this place is low and dangerous, let's get moving.
No hurry, senor. If they went there, they have long since been kidnapped or murdered. But I promise you the killers will be apprehended and the bodies found. You have my word.
Look, you've been grilling me for hours. How about grilling us some food? A steak, maybe, or a tortilla, anything. We've been walking through that jungle half the day.
I admire your bravery coming through the jungle, senorita. But why did you not use one of our fine paved roads?
We couldn't find it.
You found us. And our guns. And uncovered our plans. El Presidente chose wisely when he chose you.
For the millionth time, I do not even know you're El Presidente.
Next, you will deny you have a superior officer?
Oh, I'd never deny that. He's Captain Huxley.
Ah, a capitan, huh? He's of the army?
He is of the Ocean Queen. She is in the harbor.
A naval capitan. Even now, he may have his guns trained on us.
Why do we not kill them and get some rest? We got a fight in the morning.
As soon as the trucks are loaded.
You mean you're actually going to...
Don't hurry, fellas. Remember, you're on overtime.
Here, I think they're bluffs.
I licked a python in the jungle today single-handed, and I'll do the same thing here if anyone tries to stop me. That's a brand new hat. What if I'd have had it on? I like it here.
Maybe they'll let us get married before they kill us.
You're not afraid at all.
A woman who's lived through 3 husbands, what's to be afraid?
Francisco, the chief of police and his men are coming down the street. Caramba. What am I worried about? Let them come in. Let them come in? But certainly. Drinks for everyone. Close the doors to the guns. Go behind the screen. Be ready to shoot. Primo, play the guitar. The rest of you remain at your tables. Pretend to enjoy yourselves.
Let us hope my deductions were wrong and they are not here.
Muchachos, por atrás.
Why, Miss Carter, Mr. Ellis.
Miss Palmer, what are you doing in a place like this?
Who is this man? He seems to know me. I never saw him before in my life.
You never saw me before. Oh, stop playing games.
Well, believe me, Captain, this is no game.
This is your Capitan? Capitan Huxley?
Is he also one of your passengers? Hardly.
Allow me to introduce myself, senors. I'm Francisco Alonso Alfredo, Jose Gaspar, Roberto Bernardo, Montoya y Ortega.
What is the matter with you?
Did I ever show you my double-jointed thumb?
No, and I do not care to see it now.
I'm sorry, sir. You were saying? I'm a humble person who is overjoyed because these fine people wish to stay here and be my guests.
They do? Oh, allow me to introduce Chief of Police Garcia.
Officer, a yipe!
What are you yiping about?
I always yipe when there's a G-U-N in my B-A-C-K.
Miss Pomeroy, will you please not teach me how to spell? Just gather your tourists. We should have sailed 1 hour ago.
I don't think they want to leave yet, sir.
They don't.
Go ahead, ask them.
I will. Now, folks, if you're all ready to return to the ship, Chief Garcia and myself would be only too happy to escort you. So, on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. What's the matter? Don't tell me you like this filthy place. But why? There's no entertainment.
Well, that's the attraction. You see, the customers furnish their own entertainment. And it's my turn. Play some more.
What do you want me to play?
I know. You make up the music and I'll make up the words.
I don't know what she's up to, but it'll probably be something.
There's a dance you've just got to do. There's a song that's just right for you. You will find it where people love a beat that will make you want to jump right out of your seat. These cats have got gats and they drop on us. These guys jive with knives so we can't make a fuss. When you take a powder, they will lower the boom. If you love us, don't leave us to our doom, 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 doom. Do you dig me, or am I just whistling Dixie? You bring more cats, let 'em get in real quick, see? If you cats get these rats, I'll be so glad we met. If I make this song longer, these hoods will get hep. Hep, 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 hep. Doom, 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 hep, doom, hep, doom, hep, hep, doom.
dig me, Daddy-O?
Miss Pomeroy, you are ready for the men with the white coats to come and take you away.
I found the lyrics quite charming. Well, shall we go, Capitan? I'm sure your passengers will return to the ship when they're ready.
Come along, Miss Pomeroy.
Buenas noches.
Thank you for honoring my establishment, Senor Capitan.
One moment, your leader is a dead leader. Hands in the air, please. You'll kindly throw the whistle in my pocket.
No.
A truck full of guns and ammunition back there, sir. We captured it.
Good. I may promote myself to El Presidente for this night's work. Handcuff them together.
Bien. Vamos, 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 vamos. Adelante.
Oh, cats with gas. Yeah, now I get it.
Oh, I was sure you would, eventually. We're safe? We're really safe?
We sure are.
Miss Pomeroy.
She's not only the most attractive girl on board, like you said, she's the smartest.
Why don't you drop her and see if she really fainted?
Susanna, I've been looking for you.
I was hoping you were.
Well, I couldn't tear myself away from the tourists any sooner. But something I wanted to tell you.
I can't imagine what.
Well, I don't know if I can find the words, but I just want to tell you how much you meant to me today.
Then why not skip the words?
No, I want to tell you how wonderful you were and how much we appreciate it.
Just talk in first person singular.
Oh, no, I mean we. My wife and children. This is Richard, Paul, Evelyn, and these are the twins, Mark and Julia. No, right here. These are the twins.
The Gale Storm Show, Oh, Susanna, has been presented by new Nescafe, the self-brewing instant coffee that brews delicious, fresh roasted flavor and aroma right in your cup.